Hi there and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. Coming up on the show today, we'll meet Dr. Mark Rubenstein, a local psychiatrist and author, and hear about his psychological thriller, Mad Dog House. Plus, Town Fair Tire is going to get us ready for winter driving. Jim Giuliano is here to talk about the difference between all-season and winter tires. And I'm here in the kitchen with raw cooking instructor Tamara Petro. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
The benefits of raw eating, endless, right?
Endless. Maintains vitamins, minerals, nutrients, phytochemicals, you name it. Once you heat it, you destroy a lot of those things.
So we're eating a lot of these dishes cold, more or less?
Cold, cool,
okay.
Or
yes.
Slightly heated, but no more than 118 degrees Fahrenheit.
Interesting. All right, we'll learn more about it. And first, what are you going to make for us today?
It's a vegan lasagna, and it is raw, but it has the option to be heated or even baked if someone chose to do that as well.
Oh, all right. And it looks like cheese, but it's probably not cheese.
Nope. Dairy-free and gluten-free, by the way. It is cashew cheese.
Fabulous. All right, we'll learn all about it in just a minute. Look right to camera 2 and tell everyone what they need to do.
Sit back and relax. You're having lunch with style.
Joan Dillon for Advanced Window Systems of Berlin. Did you know that AWS has great prices on expert roofing and siding too? Get the best for less and call AWS.
Advanced Window Systems, 1-800-841-6544.
Who takes $1 million in salary but missed nearly 80% of his committee hearings during the financial crisis? Congressman Chris Murphy. He skipped hearings on job creation while unemployment skyrocketed, and after 6 years in Congress, he still has no jobs plan. Now Murphy wants a promotion to the Senate? He must be kidding. Linda McMahon is the only candidate with a detailed plan to cut middle-class taxes and create the jobs Connecticut needs.
I'm Linda McMahon, and I approve this message.
You've been hurt in a car accident. The medical bills are staggering. There's no paycheck because you can't work. Do you need a lawyer? You never considered yourself the suing type, but consider this. Without a lawyer, the insurance company may convince you to settle for less than you deserve. For years, thousands of injured people have turned to Carter Mario for help. Shouldn't you? Get Carter. Carter Mario Injury Lawyers. 1-800-900-6700.
Hi, I'm Joan Dillon for Advanced Window Systems of Berlin. When I needed windows, I called the local team at AWS.
Advanced Window Systems, 1-800-841-6544.
Can we ever escape the demons of our past and change our lives? That's the underlying question in the gripping psychological thriller Mad Dog House. It was written by psychiatrist Dr. Mark Rubenstein, who joins me now. Welcome to Connecticut Style.
Thank you for having me, Teresa.
First, let's talk a little bit about your background.
Sure. After graduating from medical school, I became an attending psychiatrist at the New York Presbyterian Hospital and a clinical assistant professor of psychiatry at Cornell. Been practicing privately and do forensic psychiatry and have been doing it for many years.
Now, do you think your background gives you a better insight, better ability to understand people? I'm assuming it does, and then to write about them?
Well, I'd like to think it does, at least in terms of seeing my patients, but I must tell you, Teresa, my meter goes off the minute I leave the hospital or the office. My meter as a novelist, though, stays on 24 hours a day. So after I encounter somebody and I've interacted with them as I am with you or with anybody in a regular kind of thing in life, I like to think I can reflect back on it and have a little bit of understanding about what some people are.
Assuming that you probably can there, Doctor. Let's talk about the book, Mad Dog House. Give us the synopsis.
Sure. It's about a man named Roddy Dolan and his best friend, Danny Burns, who had very checkered and difficult childhoods and almost landed in jail at age 17. However, he was spared that fate through various interventions that I don't want to reveal
We'll have to read
the
book.
plot. Yeah, of course. And he becomes eventually a surgeon, and a very good one. And suddenly a friend, many years later, pops up, a friend from the past, from those Brooklyn days, pops up and offers Roddy and Danny a chance to become partners, silent partners, in a Manhattan restaurant. And after thinking about it very carefully and doing their due diligence, they become silent partners, and terrible things start to happen. Bad business deals and shady dealings change the lives they had. In fact, their lives as they knew them are over. And Roddy has to think of something to save himself, Danny, and their families from what is going on.
All right, let me ask you, why did you decide to write about kind of these darker impulses that people have?
Darker impulses and violence are things that I certainly see oftentimes in my regular professional life, but let's face it, if you just turn on the news, that's pretty much all you see in the news are the darker impulses in life and the bad things that are happening. The world is filled with violence and dark impulses, and to think otherwise is really somewhat naive.
Now, the character in your book kind of changed his ways, became a surgeon, and then probably went back to his ways. Do you think people can ultimately really change?
We like to think they can. When I'm seeing patients in psychotherapy or treating them psychiatrically, I like to view it as something that's possible to do. I often say to myself, well, among other things, the past is never dead. In fact, it's not even past. However, if we can change somebody 3 degrees on a 180-degree angle, we've done something.
Now, I understand in the book that the main characters kind of keep their past quiet.
They do.
Would you recommend that in real life? Would you say hide it from your spouse, even your kids?
It depends on what your past involves. Certainly,
that's true.
Roddy Dolan did not hide his past except for his moniker. His street moniker as a kid was Mad Dog. And he didn't tell his wife, Tracy, what his moniker back in the old bad days was. He did reveal to her a good deal about what he had done, and I think it's a judgment call like so many other things in life.
All right, next question. Is it true that the theory that genetics determines our destiny?
Well, it's the old nature versus nurture controversy, and there's no real definitive answer on that as such. I do like to think that upbringing and influences in our lives, particularly when we're young, will have some impact on our basic genetic endowment. However, that's still up in the air, and it's argued vociferously by psychiatrists, psychologists alike.
All right, let's go back to the book here, and we're talking about male friendships, male relationships.
Yes.
How do you think they differ from female relationships?
Well, it's changing. It used to be that there were vast differences, and they're becoming less so now. Just to give you an example, when I was a first-year medical student, there were 200 students in the class, only 8 of whom were women. Now there would be more than 100 who were women, so men's and women's roles are changing now. It used to be exclusively to men that relationships would orbit around games and football games or golf games or other business-oriented activities and such. And women's relationships, they would do lunch and stuff like that and talk about family and home and hearth and all of that. By now it's become somewhat cliche. There are more and more women in the professional ranks and in businesses, so they are assuming some of the roles that men traditionally have, and their relationships are becoming more in the vein of what men's relationships have been.
And even men's relationships changing. The term bromance is so popular now, right? So,
absolutely.
What's next for you, Dr. Rubenstein?
I am near completing a next novel. It's called Crazy Love, about another surgeon who has no idea of the scorpion's nest into which he's stepping when he falls for a beautiful and very smart nurse.
Interesting stuff. All right, you have a couple book signings coming up. Let's put that information up on the screen so you could find Dr. Rubenstein. Saturday, November 3rd at Fairfield University Bookstore, that's downtown. Thursday, November 8th at the Ridgefield Library. Then in December, on the 3rd, you'll be at the Wilton Library. And on the 5th, the New Canaan Library. You're busy.
I'm trying to stay busy.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for sharing the story with us.
Thank you for having me, Teresa. I love to interact with readers. If I may, could I just give my website?
Absolutely.
Readers can contact me on Twitter or my website, which is markrubenstein-author.com, and Rubenstein is R-U-B-I-N-S-T-E-I-N.
Very good. We know where to find you now.
You can find me anytime.
All right. Thank you so much. Coming up next, Tamara Petro talks about the benefits of eating raw. She'll share a recipe for vegan lasagna. We'll see you after the break.
When your Medicare Advantage plan is there for you, you can keep doing the things you love, which is why WellCare Medicare Advantage plans give you extra Medicare benefits at no extra cost.
I play because WellCare is in tune with me.
In fact, call now to learn how you can get a free $10 Walgreens wellness card. Our plans have great things like no monthly premium, no or low copays to see your doctor, many generic drugs at no cost, and even brand name coverage. Plus, you'll enjoy extra dental, vision, and hearing benefits. And even free gym memberships, rides to your doctor, and over-the-counter medicines every month. That's a lot more benefits with no monthly premium.
I sing because WellCare listens to me.
Call the number on your screen right now to learn how you can get a free $10 Walgreens wellness card. Get more from your Medicare Advantage plan. WellCare is here. Let's talk.
The firm was actually started by my great-grandfather over 127 years ago. The firm was always small, and personal service meant a lot to both my great-grandfather and my father. And they developed a good working relationship with their clients, which we continue today.
We decided against the growth angle and stayed with the personal representation.
It allows you to provide more personal service, which I believe ultimately leads to a better result for our client.
What does it mean to eat raw? Can eating whole, healthy foods really transform your life? Tamara Petro is a holistic health coach and raw cooking instructor, and she's here to fill us in. You've been here once before, but we're happy to have you back.
Thank you for having me back.
So in the beginning of the show, you kind of explained what it means to eat raw. Go into some more of the details, like some of the food that you do eat.
Okay. Generally, raw foodists, we eat lots of fruits, lots of vegetables.
Okay.
And every raw foodist does this differently, but these are the categories. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, mushrooms, and sea vegetables as well, so seaweeds. And there's probably a few things that I'm not including right now, and there's a lot of superfoods also.
Which? Give me some examples.
Goji berries, maca.
This is all stuff that's found from the earth.
Yes.
I mean, all natural.
If it grows, yes, we eat it.
If it grows, we eat it. Very good. All right, and today we're making a vegan lasagna.
Yes.
Now, it's vegan because?
There are no animal products, so there's no meat, no dairy, nothing, right. It's strictly vegetable-based. The only thing that I am using that, and it's non-processed, it's the other piece with raw foods. There's not processed foods. Nutritional yeast, which I'll talk about in a second.
Great.
That's the only thing that actually has been processed here.
All right, let's get going.
Great. There's 3 parts to this, actually, and it's a super quick and easy dish to make.
Because lasagna is sometimes intimidating.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and I personally have messed up plenty of cooked lasagna noodles before I went raw. We have the sauce, which we'll make right now. I already put the tomatoes in there, and I'd mentioned the last time I was on the show that I try to use all organic products as well. And the thing, there's a lot of benefits to eating organic, but we want to also for instance, peel something and not have to worry about the skin because it has pesticides, wax, or insecticides. So everything I'm using right now is organic. So we have tomatoes, we have basil, we have parsley, and shallots and garlic for the flavor. I also put in a dash of extra virgin olive oil, organic, Himalayan sea salt.
Which is pink, right?
Pink.
Okay.
And it's not been stripped of minerals or bleached or chemicalized like white iodized table salt can be. We have oregano and paprika, and if I had sun-dried tomatoes with me, I would also put those in because it gives it a smoky flavor, it gives it more depth, and actually because you're not cooking it, it actually gives it a cooked flavor. The other thing I'm going to do to get some more nutrients in there is I brought some organic spinach. You can also use Swiss chard, you could put mushrooms, you could put olives. Yeah, whatever you like, you should put in. So I also am adding the garlic and the shallots and the spinach.
Those are little grape tomatoes that you've chosen in there?
Yes. Yep. And there's also some farmer stand tomatoes as well that I got from a local Connecticut farm in Danbury.
Very good.
So we're just going to blend that up. And while we do this, I'll just mention really quickly, we have a cashew ricotta cheese. If someone has nut allergies, I do not recommend making this. But there are vegan cheese options available that are already processed. Unfortunately, a lot of the raw food cheeses are made with nuts, so it might be a little...
It looks like cheese has the same consistency.
Yes. What I've done is I've soaked raw organic cashews overnight. And then in the morning...
What did you soak them in? Just water?
Just water. Just clean filtered water. You add a little bit of nutritional yeast. It gives it almost like a flavor of cheese.
Okay.
And then some sea salt and a couple squeezes of lemon. And there's our cheese. So we have that. And then over here, we have our noodles. And what I've done was chop the ends off these organic zucchini and summer squash, and carefully with this very dangerous vegetable peeler, made noodles. And you can also, if you had a mandolin cutter, sort of a slide kitchen utensil. If you don't have any of this stuff, you can actually use a knife and just be super careful. But when you peel it,
you want it fairly thin.
Fairly thin, and it gives it a noodle texture, noodle consistency. This is also great for someone, let's say, that wants to do a low-carb diet. These are good carbs. These are not refined processed carbs. Many people think that they need to avoid all carbohydrates when they're doing low-carb diets, but you want vegetable carbs.
Sure.
Okay, so we're layering the sauce first.
Oh, it smells so good, so fresh.
It should. There's lots of fresh herbs, and I love to cook with fresh herbs. Dried herbs are great, but when I can get them fresh, it's much more intense flavor. We're going to layer the lasagna noodles, and if you wanted to get your hands dirty,
sure, I'll
you're
help. Now, are you doing a layer of zucchini, then a layer of squash? Is that how it works?
We're doing layers of the noodles.
Okay.
And then a layer of sauce.
Okay, I'll help with that.
And then I like to layer the cheese. For a variation, you could also layer it with pesto.
Ooh,
if you did a basil
that's good
pesto or
too.
spinach pesto even, you can get really creative and be as complicated or as simple as you want. But this dish in its entirety would take about 30 minutes.
And I can't imagine the calories would be significant at all.
The only thing probably that's really calorie dense would be the nuts. And again,
that's good for
if someone, it's a good fat, definitely a good fat, and people are worried about eating.
Should I spread this around?
Fat. Yeah, here you go.
Okay.
Give that to you. So just spread it around.
Wow. It looks like regat.
It looks like regat, and actually, we'll talk about the finished product later.
Sure, sure.
But when it mixes with the sauce, the flavor, oh, it has an incredible
I'm so excited to try this.
flavor. And being lactose intolerant myself, I haven't been able to eat regatta cheese for years, at least without being ill. And so when I found this recipe, I said, oh, where have you been all my life?
It's true. Now, again, we're not baking this.
Right.
We're just keeping it as is.
As is, or there's a couple options. You could heat it if you owned a dehydrator, for instance, like I do. I could put it in and heat it at about 110, 115 for an hour.
Okay.
And it would just pretty much just evaporate some of the water because the zucchini tends to, off juice and there's a lot of water involved. Let's do some more cheese.
Okay.
And you also, if you don't have a dehydrator, you could put it in a very low temperature oven and keep the oven open. The lowest temperature it goes, crack the oven if it's safe to do so. And again, just have it in there maybe a half an hour.
Great.
And then if someone really wanted to bake this, it would not be raw, but it still would be vegan. So there's a few options, and it's super, super easy to do.
All right, well, I'm going to have you finish these layers here. We're just about out of time. Of course, we'll have the recipe over on WTNH.com, and we'll taste this at the end of the show.
Sounds good.
All right, up next, before you know it, the white stuff will be falling from the skies. We'll talk about the difference between winter and all-season tires right after the break. But first, check.
The race for U.S. Senate. Tonight, Democratic Congressman Chris Murphy and Republican challenger Linda McMahon debate the issues live. The U.S. Senate debate with moderator Darren Kramer and News 8 chief political correspondent Mark Davis. Tonight at 7 on MyTV9. We love your pics and videos of breaking news and severe weather. Now we want to see your eye for sports too. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, and all your child's achievements on the field. Send them to us now through Report It. And thanks for being a part of the team.
We finally got the bundle from Cox. And now that our TV, phone, and internet are working together, and my dad has gone a little bundle crazy.
Ah! See that? Phone and TV working together. It's Aunt Shirley calling right there on the television.
Shouldn't we answer it?
You want to talk to Shirley?
With the Cox bundle, you get high-speed internet, TV, and phone for just $25 each a month, now with free pro installation and free HBO and Stars.
Good job, bundle. Oh, yeah.
Switch to the Cox bundle and get your internet, TV, and phone all seamlessly connected for just $25 each a month with internet speeds 2 times faster than basic DSL. Now with free pro installation and free HBO and Stars.
Aww. He's really into the bundle.
Tyler, look at this. I'm watching 3 different shows at the same time.
Why?
Bundle.
Hurry, get the Cox bundle and get your internet, TV, and phone all for one low price, just $25 each a month, now with free pro installation and free HBO and Stars. Switch to the Cox bundle and start saving today. Call now and find out why more people choose Cox.
Winter will be here before you know it, and with it comes colder temperatures along with snow, sleet, and ice conditions that make driving a challenge to say the least. Jim Giuliano, the Vice President of Marketing for Town Fair Tire, is here, and we are talking about tires today that you need for the snow. But first, Jim, tell us a little bit about Town Fair Tire.
Town Fair Tire is New England's largest volume discount tire dealer, and we have 85 stores throughout New England in 5 states.
All right. The difference between all-season tires and winter tires. Do you need the winter tires?
Yes, by all means. As you see, a winter tire has much deeper tread than an all-season type tire. The tire also has a lot more grooves and sipes.
Sipes, I learned what that was today. That's kind of the indentation there, right?
Sipes are little cuts in the tire, and if the camera can focus in on here, you see these little cuts and grooves. These sipes are designed to remove moisture from the tire, from the road surface, to give you added traction. Snow tires also have deeper tread. And snow tires will also have a squared-off shoulder versus an all-season tire, which is more rounded.
Okay.
The type of rubber, the most important thing about a snow tire is the rubber compound. The rubber compound that they use in most snow tires is what they call a polybutene rubber. Now, a polybutene rubber is a rubber that remains pliable and soft as the temperature drops, as opposed to a all-season type tire. If they use a harder rubber, it becomes very brittle when the temperature drops.
Okay.
Snow tires also has another compound called a hydrophilic rubber. Now, a hydrophilic rubber is a type of rubber that traps a certain amount of moisture, and it's what they call a shearing force.
Okay.
If you were to take 2 handfuls of snow, pass them together for 1 split second, they stick there. The polybutene rubber is designed to trap a certain amount of snow in the tire tread to give you that shearing force, to give you traction, snow on snow.
Okay.
But yet, a snow tire has to have a self-cleaning type tread, so you're always going in with a clean bite. A clean, open bite to dig in and grab. If you notice, this tire even has little holes in it called, it's pinned for studs.
Okay.
Now, studs almost are not needed anymore because of the advanced design they have made with the rubber compounds and polymers that they use in tires that'll give you the same effect as driving on ice as with studs. So you really don't need studs with today's modern focus of tires.
Okay, let me ask you, do you need the snow tires with a car that has front-wheel drive?
Front-wheel drive car certainly has an advantage, but you can exacerbate or increase the handling of the vehicle when you do put snow tires on.
Okay, and do you need to buy all 4 tires, or can you do 2, maybe get a bargain? What do you think, Jim?
If you put on 2 tires, say if you put on 2 snow tires and you have 2 regular tires, either on the front or rear, the car now has a split personality. The tires are going to handle it altogether differently, between the way they grip the road and traction. One other thing I want to really point out is that everyone is familiar with the hockey puck.
Sure.
Made out of rubber. And you've seen the hockey puck fly across the ice at tremendous speeds.
Yes.
Okay? This is where the main importance where a snow tire comes in, because of the way it's designed and the polymers and the rubbers that they use to give you the added traction on ice, as opposed to an all-season type tire. Now, one thing I failed to point out here is that a true snow tire is designated with a mark over here. As the camera can focus in, this little shows a mountain with a snowflake.
Yes, it does.
And that's to tell you that this is a true snow tire.
Okay.
Now, in Canada, you have to have snow tires on from December 15th through March 15th. It's mandatory. It's a $300 fine if you don't have it, because they recognize as the temperature drops, an all-season tire becomes very brittle, and like I illustrated before, like the hockey puck, it's going to slide across snow and ice. So you really have to have snow tires, especially here in New England.
Let me ask you, Jim, can you keep the snow tires on all year?
You can.
Okay.
However, like I told you before, it's made with a softer rubber. When you start running them during the summer months, when the ambient road temperature gets up to 150 degrees, you're going to wear them out a lot faster.
All right. And when is the best time to put these snow tires on?
Before it snows.
You don't want to get caught in a blizzard. You want them.
You want to be safe. Our main concern to our customers is safety.
Okay.
And if it's a good set of snow tires, you'll be safe, and you have the confidence of driving in winter without any problems.
All right, so head on over to Town Fair Tire, get those snow tires on, right?
Great.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. For more information about Town Fair Tire, go to townfairtire.com. Stay with us. There's going to be more Connecticut Style after the break. We'll be right back.
Connecticut's most detailed forecast is only on WXEdge.com.
We're the only law firm in Connecticut with a doctor and nurse on staff who are also lawyers. Imagine that.
A few days after I went to Aspen Dental, I was at work.
I was at the grocery store.
I was walking down the street.
And someone said, "You have a beautiful smile."
I just stopped.
No one had ever said those words to me before.
Ever.
Right now, get 20% off general dentistry services and select denture styles with payments as low as $25 per month. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or schedule an appointment at aspendental.com.
I think I could live to be 100 and never explain how good that felt.
Goodwill Halloween. We're ready for you.
I'm Keith Trantolo. Unfortunately, many dog owners simply don't train their dogs to interact with people. If your or loved one's been injured by an irresponsible dog owner, call me and put the winning tradition of Trantolo and Trantolo on your side and get the compensation you deserve.
Last Friday, we had firefighters from Echo Hose Hook and Ladder Company #1 in Shelton on the show to help raise awareness for the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. It's part of our Firehouse Friday series. To make a donation, go to ctburncenter.wtnh.com. And listen up, if you love Modern Family, Mitch and Cam are coming to the Bushnell in Hartford on October 21st for a chance to see Jesse Tyler Ferguson and Eric Stone Street. Just go to ConnecticutStyle.tv and you'll be in the running for a chance to win a 4-pack of tickets. And we are back here in the kitchen. We're going to try our vegan lasagna, but first we have to introduce Isabella. Hello there, this is your daughter.
Yes, it is.
Who actually eats a raw diet as well.
Primarily vegan.
Vegan,
but
okay.
she will eat raw food as well. But
Very good.
she sometimes asks for cooked food.
That's allowed,
yeah,
right?
It's definitely allowed when we do it. Yeah. Healthy stuff.
Let's talk about some of your cooking classes and your coaching.
Yep, I do health coaching and teach classes, food prep classes. I'll also do health food store tours, pantry cleanouts. If someone
that's
wants,
a good one.
Yeah, someone to come in and just get rid of the junk and recommend what to replace it with. I also have an upcoming cleanse, which is an online cleanse.
This is interesting because you just follow along online?
Yes. Yep, the materials will be online, and then we'll have a support call for everyone once a week.
How do we find that?
That'll be on my website, which is www.renaissance.com. Actually, it's www.TheRenaissance.com.
We
It's
got
a mouthful.
Thanks, guys, for being here. We're going to
Thank
dig
you.
into this lasagna, and thank you for
Excellent.
watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks a lot.